1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
It's a major operation for any deaf person to communicate with the hearing world. Robin, would the deaf community like a better way to communicate with non-signers? Short of hiring an interpreter, there really isn't a satisfactory way for people like Robin Hocking to get their message to non-signers.
Most deaf people communicate by writing notes. Some deaf people are good lip readers, but some hearing people have a very funny attitude towards that, and it's difficult to communicate with them. So writing notes or lip reading or gestures, even that can be hard.
At the University of Tasmania, a computer science PhD student has been working on a new way.
It came from 2 science fiction books that I was reading at the same time. One of them about virtual reality and the other one was about sign language, and the 2 ideas sort of merged together.
Peter Vamplew's goal is a computer system that could turn Australian Sign Language, Auslan, into spoken English. He's succeeded in the first small computerised step, recognising signs.
Well, we've got the glove on here, which measures the shape that I'm making with my hand, and as you can see, the computer recognises those shapes and puts up the corresponding letter.
The teaching tool is the glove, a technology borrowed from virtual reality.
Make a good tight grab of that blocker, you'll be able to grab it.
Virtual reality is a computer-generated world. For the user, it feels like an interactive 3D video game. The interaction via the glove.
Hey, I've got it.
You got it.
Fantastic.
It's the same with this computer. It knows what letter you're trying to make by measuring the movements of your hand. That's where the 18 sensors in the glove come in. There's one for every joint in the hand, and they're all sending their information to the computer. Now, the computer's been programmed to know that if I'm trying to make a C, each sensor will be in a particular position, give or take a little bit. So it takes all the information from the sensors, weighs it up, and basically makes an educated guess. It's 10% likely that I'm actually making an O, but it can be 90% sure that I'm really trying to make a C. Let's try it. Okay, that's right, yes. Of course, Auslan involves much more than flat finger shapes. Auslan hands fly everywhere, and the meaning they're signing depends as much on where the hands are as the shapes they're making.
One example would be the sign for girl is different to I think, or boy is different to that's not really appropriate. So I don't know if the computer can show the expression on the face. You see how the sign relates to different positions on the face too. Would the computer be able to understand that?
Some of these problems are on the way to being solved.
Well, basically that's handled by this thing, which is the Polhemus sensor, which can pick up the location of the glove in space in 3 dimensions, and also picks up the orientation of the glove with respect to space. A good example is the difference between boy and girl. They're both made with the same pointing hand shape. For boy, it's made on the chin with this horizontal orientation. For girl, we make it on the cheek with a vertical orientation.
By registering where a sign is made, the computer works out its meaning on each occasion. There are still huge hurdles to a full computer translator, especially Auslan's unique grammar. The order of words in an Auslan sentence is often quite different from that of the equivalent English sentence. Still, the hope is one day Robin might shop wearing a couple of hard-wearing gloves and a Walkman-sized computer that would interpret her sign language into speech, which would play through a small speaker worn on the lapel.
I think in the short run it would be most useful as a means for practicing for people who are learning to sign. Yeah, ideally, obviously it's better to learn from a natural signer in genuine conversation, but in between times you can practice your signing using this sort of system.
But back to real reality, and the overwhelming one at present is that Peter can't move beyond American single-handed finger spelling. Auslan uses both hands, and Peter Vamplew only has money for one glove. The harsh realities of research mean there'll be many years of real frustration ahead for deaf people trying to communicate in a non-signing world.